not good morning. So it's never a good thing when you wake up to the sound of the captain telling you over the intercom that we're not going to our port of call. So we started this day a little rough. So my first line of business was to head down to the Arts Cafe and check out the weather for myself, with, of course, a cappuccino.
So I don't know if we can hear over the wind, but there's Mykonos. Wind's blowing so hard, the water's coming up over the dock, and those town visually flowing. So we've got sea day on the Greek Isles.
So yes, wind was blowing 50 miles an hour in the port of Mykonos, so it was perfect sea day, I suppose. Luckily, this ship was very, very stable, so we didn't feel the rough seas hardly at all. Of two sides of the ship. This side is fairly calm, and then the side near the islands where all the visuals are, getting some wind. So the good thing is Donna had actually taken advantage of a discount yesterday for a massage. So she was going off to get her massage this morning, and I settled in with my mini breakfast here, a nice cappuccino, continued to read my book on Crete, and just decided to enjoy some of the spaces on the Silver Spirit. So taking the opportunity to explore a little bit, went by Spacanopoli and a nice greeting to our pizza chef. In the front of the ship is the observation library deck. It's the only forward-facing public area, and it was another place that was packed with readers this morning, so it was nice and quiet. And not being a full promenade ship, this is about as good as you can get for a little outdoor space on the Silver Spirit. Our cruise director did scramble to pull together a couple of impromptu activities, such as this lecture on Greece in the Venetian Lounge.
From wealthier countries like Britain and Germany, Britain at the time, Germany, France, to poorer countries like the Mediterranean countries, particularly Portugal, Spain, Italy, and Greece at the time. And
So continuing to walk through some of the public spaces, the Silver Spirit is really chopped up, if it's the best way to describe it. So there's a lot of small spaces. It makes the ship feel very intimate. And I suppose the only large space is the pool deck next to the grill where we had lunch one more time. So on a late fall cruise, you never get to see everybody all at one place on this ship.
Sea day calls for another pizza.
As we steamed west, the winds died down and the seas flattened out.
That's the island of Slifnos. We are now passing between Slifnos and Milos on our way back to Athens on this sea day.
So what do you do on a sea day that was unexpected? There you go. All in all, a pretty lazy day until 6:15, where we had a pre-dinner show with the band and our singers to the sounds of Motown, which is actually very, very good. That was followed up by the staff appreciation presentation in the Venetian Lounge. So it's a good time to talk about overall service on this ship. The service on this ship was excellent. I will have to say, this is our second Silversea, and both times our butler service was particularly excellent. Daniel did a wonderful job. Any request we made was taken care of. He doubled back and checked with us after a request was carried out, and you never had to mention anything more than once. And just wonderful service. The ship itself, well, I think that's a matter of taste. If you like intimate areas, and to have small spaces, then I think this is a very good cruise ship for you. If you're expecting the modern grand atriums and larger spaces, then that's where I think this ship struggles compared to some of its newer sisters, both in and out of the Silversea fleet. I think my favorite space on the ship was where we had dinner the last night on the ship at the Silver Note, which is the concept of a jazz club, and they really try some different things with some inventive plates, all while being accompanied by the sounds of Andre on piano and Esther on vocals. We spent a little bit of our onboard credit on some wine, and I had the thinly sliced sea bass and something called the beehive, which is various fishes, meats, and vegetables accompanied by various hot sauces.
The shadow of your smile.
And you're encouraged to combine plates here, the seared lamb and the octopus, and of course, buttered lobster for Donna. The desserts were just as creative as well. Here, the sugar tower and a molten chocolate, let's say a sand pit, gravel pit. They were both very, very interesting. Although how you deconstruct and eat the sugar tower became quickly a challenge. I think I failed at. And with that, our cruise was done. Patty was there in the morning to pick us up from Theodoros Tours.
60,000 people, their capacity.
As we board the plane and head back to the States, it's a great time to recap the tour, some of our likes and dislikes of the tour, and particularly the cruise on Silversea, Silver Spirit. Let's start with the cabin. The cabin was very well appointed, and although maybe a bit dated in theme, everything was in excellent working condition. It was clean. It was comfortable, particularly after Danielle put on the additional topper to make the bed a little bit softer. And it was very quiet. So we never really heard our neighbors above, below, or at either side. So let's talk about the food. Now, food is subjective like anything else, but we thought it was more hit and miss than other ships and other lines competing with Silversea. So while some experiences were excellent, other nights, the food was kind of rather, let's say, just bland. Again, it was never bad, but we'd expected more of the meals to be exceptional. And maybe they are if you go to La Dame, which we didn't have a chance on this 6-night cruise to do, but really you shouldn't be paying extra for exceptional meals on a cruise line of this caliber. Spa services, well, Miss Donna went back twice, so they were very, very good. She had the hot stone aromatherapy massage, and she ranked it as some of the best she's ever had at sea. So high marks from the spa from Donna Doobie. As far as the gym goes, it was pretty small, and this was the first time I've never gone to the gym on a cruise ship, so I can't really talk too much about that other than just the size. Value for money? Well, in this case, we received, I think, excellent value for money. We had received one of those emails, last minute cruise, 90 days out, that listed the Greek itinerary for a steep discount, plus shipboard credits, and with the included excursions. It was almost you can't pass this up if you can make it type of deal. So overall, we thought that was excellent. And then you factor in all that is regularly included, such as your drinks, the butler service. And I think this made it for an excellent value for the money we spent on this cruise. Another worthy call out is the way that Silversea handles food allergies and intolerances. It's just excellent. And go back and check out our video on the Silver Origin, and this was repeated again on this ship as well. So systemically, they do it well. So overall, would we travel on the Silver Spirit again? Probably if the conditions were about the same, but overall, if I had my choice, I'd go for a ship that had more open spaces and a little bit more of a modern feel. And ideally, we still like the main dining room concept where we can actually dine with the bulk of the people on board, especially on a small ship like this. But overall, we had a great time. And the complaints we have is nitpicking because at the ultra luxury level, that's what's to be expected. Anyhow, we're back in the States and it's time for us to get ready for our next adventure. So we look forward to seeing you next time on Traveling with the Doobies as we visit Antarctica. Goodbye, everybody.